Like the city itself, the market was resilient, confident, and full of momentum last quarter. Despite higher mortgage rates, political noise, and economic headwinds, this market did not slow down. But the story isn't uniform. Between pricing, size, and location, we are looking at a tale of two markets in Manhattan. I'm Julia Boland. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I bring transparency to a very complicated market. Today I'm bringing you a deep dive into the data and telling you what really happened so you can make an informed decision. Let's start with the numbers. Closed sales jumped 5% year over year to 3,250, the strongest second quarter in 3 years. Signed contracts were up again, now 5 quarters in a row. Median price rose to $1,240,000, a post-pandemic high, while inventory dipped 2%, tightening the market even further. And days on market dropped to 120 days, which is the lowest it's been since early 2022. So yes, activity is high, but let's break down what's really driving this shift. Here's the twist. While new listings technically increased year over year, more than 2,500 properties were pulled from the market last quarter. At the same time, new development launches dropped 12%. There are just 253 new residences to hit the market. The result? Overall inventory declined for the fourth straight quarter, especially at the high end. Listings over $3 million fell 12%, but under $3 million, there was only a modest rise. And developers, well, many of them are proceeding carefully. Some are even choosing to rent out unsold condos rather than discount them. The median price climbed to $1,240,000. It was driven by larger homes and sales in premium neighborhoods. Now, the price per square foot overall averaged $1,856. That's just below the post-pandemic high. Studios, they saw price increases across the board, and I'm wondering if that doesn't have to do with returning office workers and buyers escaping higher rents. Now, luxury apartments and luxury homes, especially those over $3 million, they saw a surge in demand, signaling long-term confidence in New York City. For context, the median price of a co-op right now is $850,000. The median price for a condo is $1.6 million, and new development, well, that median price jumps up to $2.4 million. And yes, the gap between co-ops and condos remains wide. It's largely driven by stricter co-op policies around financing and subletting. And I'm wondering if in the future some co-ops decide to loosen those rules to increase the property value. Now let's zoom into local neighborhoods, because that is an interesting story, and where you are buying or selling really makes a difference. Downtown. Downtown led the pack. Sales were up 12%. The median price was up 8% to $1.6 million. Average price per square foot, $2,096. Nearly 1 in 3 deals downtown was over $3 million. And to boot, 69% of all deals done last quarter in Manhattan were cash. Upper Manhattan, well, that's a different story. There, sales fell 5%. The price per square foot dropped 6%, $919. There's some real bargains there. Only 220 closings happened last quarter, and that was the third slowest quarter since 2009. Part of what is holding back the sales in northern Manhattan is something I've been talking about for a while. That is the lock-in effect. So many people purchase their townhouses or condominiums in Harlem area or northern Manhattan post-2009. Mortgage rates were very inexpensive then. So if you are holding a mortgage at 2.5 or 3%, and even if you're thinking you want to live somewhere else, when you take a look at the differential, it just doesn't make sense to move. The East Side stood out as the only area where inventory shrank meaningfully, down 10% for the second straight quarter. Is it the Upper East Side mix of classic co-ops and strong schools pulling in downtown buyers? I would argue it is. In Midtown, sales rose 11%. They were mostly driven by price reductions at sponsor units. The West Side was buoyed by new development closings, including trophy sales on Billionaires Row for over $45 million. In Fidei and Battery Park City, there they saw a drop in sales and a rise in inventory. Some developers are renting rather than selling, hoping for better days in the future. If you're a buyer, the takeaway is this: prices are up, but unevenly. There's value in smaller units, co-ops, and in overlooked pockets north of 96th Street. Looking for space or a long-term home? Larger apartments are seeing strong demand, but they're also being priced realistically in certain neighborhoods. Sellers, this might be your best window in years, as long as you're below 96th Street. Buyers are active, inventory is tight, and many homes are receiving serious attention, especially if they're priced correctly. A great launch strategy right now matters more than ever, and you want to know what your agent's role is in getting new eyeballs on your property beyond what their company is doing for you. Looking ahead, the divide between price points is likely to widen, and yes, New York City's shifting political landscape could start impacting housing narratives by the third quarter. But smart decisions aren't made on headlines, they're made on real data and local insights. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video so you never miss future videos, including some really great property tours. You can also catch my weekly blog on my website or follow me on LinkedIn, and you'll get it sent to your inbox.